Alright, I do believe that byter is ready. We are just waiting on 2U Sense to finally ready up his teams. He must be making a very calculated decision, I would say.
I'm spying on him right
Hmm.
now. I must keep my vows. As they change up, they go over all their team. Got the best one. Fighter is ready and waiting.
And we are going to get into match point for byter. He could just take away the tournament right now if he wins.
The final match, getting up a comeback.
Alright, are you looking at the match now? We see here on the Discord Sis saying that he's playing, saying that he's watching the match, and instantly we see here his team being brought out in the form of the Flagellant Bounty Hunter, Arbalist, and the Jester.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. and
so we see
watching right now.
He is. He is.
Twitch chat so everyone can hear you.
And instantly we see his team being brought out. He has not played in a very long time, but he is probably very happy to see this happening. So we see byter going first and deciding to protect the Plague Doctor instead of the Musketeer. So we might just see Musketeer do something crazy now, but look at this team from byter. It's very interesting. Now we see here the shuffle. Yeah, the shuffle only moving the Arbalist one position forward. That's why shuffles are unreliable. Yeah, and as we can see here, that Arbalist is still going to be able to shoot. The only difference is she has to shoot last now. So maybe there is something byter could do about it. I'm not too sure. Now we're going to see a buckshot. Ooh, there is a double push from this buckshot. Look at the trinkets on the Musketeer. He has the plus 30% move chance. You know, just completely outlandish trinkets and ability choices coming from byter.
Inspired by your comments, you were saying earlier you think Bola and Buckshot's OP. Well, it looks like someone's actually leaning into that.
Yeah, and it is working very well now. That Arbalist is going to be forced to buckshot to Bola once or twice, and you know it might have some sort of effect on byter's team as well. But the effect on Sis, on 2U Sense team has been much greater, I would say. Now we see here this accuracy debuff. That's really gonna hurt the Flagellant. Even with the Battle Ballad, having an accuracy debuff on that Flagellant, like, Xang has horrible accuracy already. This is looking potentially terrible. So a team that's like, you know, these are characters you don't usually see. You're looking at a Hellion, a Musketeer, a Plague Doctor, but it's working very well against this very meta team. So we see 2U Sent here, just using the Illuminating Flare because he's scared of those accuracy debuffs. Now the Bola, the Buckshot, working again to move both characters, but it does put the Jester in position 1. So if there's like a big damage roll from any character, he could just finale right away.
Constant chaos from Buckshot. You never really know where they're going to end up since they're pushing 2 different people.
Yeah, anything could happen. So you're seeing a Reign of Sorrows now. The accuracy is back on, but there is still a dodge. How is that possible? A dodge, it was a 90% chance of getting the hit on that Musketeer, and it just fails. So this is... yeah, this is in fact a debuff team coming in from byter. A debuff team with its own twist on, like, you know, just defensive madness. And it is working relatively well. We see the first Affliction coming in, and not a lot of damage yet on byter's team. Of course, the Plague Doctor.
We've seen accuracy debuffs. We've seen buckshot. We're seeing very unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a team like this. It's amazing to see
It's
something
very
so
rare.
unusual in the finals.
I guess byter was up by 2 matches.
Corruption.
And disrupting it is indeed. It's disrupting relatively well. Now we see that pull going into the Musketeer, but there is no chance of shooting her. But I guess if he does force the Musketeer to buckshot, then there is instantly a sniper shot going into her face. Darkstab trying to focus her down. Alright, we see another debuff on that accuracy going through. The Arbalest might just be forced to flare those debuffs away once more. You know, if there was no Rallying Flare, this would be like just absolute madness. But even with the flare, it's still crazy how much potential there is. Now, something could happen. If byter just wants it to happen, he can just shift the mark, and because there is no Crusader or A-Bomb, there is actually no way of 2% just straight up breaking the mark. There's lots of ways of bypassing it and like just hitting through it, but breaking it, just no chance. So you could just straight up avoid the finale if you guard that Musketeer. Because I do believe a finale is on the cards at this very moment.
Yeah, but he is on to turns.
And he does. Does it work? Yeah, 20 damage. Very, very, very high roll. I think that was quite likely the max roll. But now it is a 4v3, but only down already down the finale. So maybe not the best outcome so far. But, you know, even with all this disruption, there is no real huge amount of stress except from the Arbalest. And there are also no damage over times adding up. And do keep in mind that...
Oh, you mean on... Sorry.
Yes. Aside from the Arbalest, there is no big, stress output so far. And the Flagellant is still completely able to, you know, just deny that stress. I'm not too sure how byter is going to be able to, well, bite through the Gauntlet of Absolution.
Well, that's true. Well, without big amount of stress, it's going to be really hard to get the Gauntlet of Absolution. And it doesn't look like he has strong healers either. He's going to be able to sustain Flagellant and strong in the game.
I'm not too sure. We have yet to see what's gonna happen. I just know that it won't be easy to kill that Flagellant. And you know, all the other characters are still not looking too concerned with the stress that's coming through. And that damage over time, both a Reign of Sorrows and a Harvest going through completely. We see a breakthrough here, putting the Hellion back in position to keep using her anti-accuracy move. We have not yet seen a ballad come in from 2%. That is still on the cards. He probably will use it when he is trying to exec, I would say. So we do see here the Plague Doctor with her anti-bleed blight coming in very, very, very handy. A mark on that bounty hunter. Not going to do very much, I would say.
No, he doesn't have any.
Okay, we see the first heart attack by round 5, but the other characters are not even close to affliction, aside from maybe the Jester.
Well, the Jester's close to taking double damage from the press right now. Because he already used his finale.
Yes, he did, but at this point, if you're 2%, you just need to try and keep that Arbalest alive and try to stack up that pressure. You are probably going to see a self-heal, removing the bleed blight again. Yeah, but a punish and a finish him might just be enough to wipe out the Hellion from this match. 4 damage, and sure enough, 4 to 9 is the Flagellant's average damage, and that's what he gets. He gets a minimum roll, but it is just enough to put that Hellion to death's door, and now a finish him should be a confirmed chance. Getting that crit as well, pushing both characters into harvest range. And despite that, we do see a dead Arbos now. But it's a 3v2.
Got that. Pretty scary. How is the
Do keep in
fantasy
mind that
Plague
the Plague Doctor can't heal from position 2. So she might just die. No, she can only use her battlefield. Yeah, she can only use the medicine from positions 3 and 4. Yeah, very unfortunate. I would like it to work from at least position 2, I would say. And we see here to finish him.
Plague Doctor's not.
You can never be too sure. I do love the Plague Doctor. I think there is still a very small chance.
What is that?
Well, 2U Sent has to pass for a lot of turns.
I don't know, man. Just passing, bro. That's 400.
As life
Not exactly.
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal.
And passing with the Flagellant as well.
At least is possible.
Well, maybe if his internet crashes, or if Peter finds a way of hacking into its PC. Yeah, and we see here the Plague Doctor going down. That Bounty Hunter, he won that match.
I
Getting
don't see
3
ways
death
Plague
wood.
Doctor.
Yeah, not in any. Only maybe in an alternate reality where she's the queen of the circus.
Yeah, imagine the alternate reality where the. Okay, I gotta change. Imagine an alternate reality where Plague Doctor was like Hellion used. I don't know if you played
Ooh.
Darkest Dungeon early access. The Hellion used